Spring Creek towers are sounding off after the overnight power outage. For some, that blackout sent them to the street in the middle of the night, looking for answers, looking for air conditioning. Others say they are learning about it for the first time this morning. They slept through it. Lindsay Tuckman is at the former Starrett City complex. She's been there since early today talking to people about the power failure. Another power failure there. Good morning, Lindsay.
Yeah, residents that we've spoken to, Pat, say that this isn't the first time they've had to deal with a power outage, and they are glad that it did happen while most of them were asleep and it wasn't too hot out yet. But we are still trying to find out why the power went out early this morning. It has since been restored, but officials do say 2 people suffered minor injuries while the blackout was happening. Now, this happened around 2:30 this morning at the residential buildings here at Spring Creek Towers. FDNY had warned that there would be a large presence of emergency personnel in the area dealing with the outage and making sure that nobody was stuck in any of the elevators in the many buildings here. There are 6,000 apartments in total within the complex with 15,000 residents, a large portion of whom are elderly. And the power plant here actually is independent of management with Con Edison, that it deals with the power in the entire complex. So in the past, we have reported on several different outages. For instance, just recently in this past June, the FDNY reported that 28 of the buildings here were without power. No injuries were reported then, and it was restored quickly. However, back in 2018, we were here when thousands of people lost electricity for several hours. Firefighters did rescue many people in elevators that were stuck, and a 56-year-old woman even passed away during the blackout. We spoke to some residents this morning who happened to be awake during this latest one.
It was really bad, really. I was really scared. So really scared. That's all I can say. And it took long. It was more than 40 to 50 minutes. Yeah, so it was bad.
I can't say exactly what the reasons for why, so I don't want to assume that they're doing a bad job, but it does happen often enough, and I think it's happening more and more often, so I would like to know what the reasons are.
As for those reasons, we did reach out to Brooksville Company, which is the owner of this massive complex, and we are still awaiting a response on that. Pat?